Hey, this is Joe Plummer.
Who?
Joe Plummer?
Oh, Joe, what's up?
Nothing. Catch you at a bad
Sorry,
time?
I guess I don't have your... Well, I don't like being surprised with phone calls. I guess I don't have your number saved, but...
Yeah, I guess we usually email. You still want me to email before I call you?
Yeah, I said to email my manager.
I have texted you a couple times, but it seems like you've changed your number or something. I don't know. But anyways, I'm calling, just trying to get a tour story. Last time we talked, you said you were interested.
I did?
Yeah.
Right, well, so if you want to just email whatever the thing is to my manager, and then I can take a look at it, and we can try and set something up. And, I mean, I don't know what your summer is looking like.
Well, summer. I mean, you could do it right now. We're on the phone.
Here's what we should do. Okay. Just call me back in like an hour. Can you do that? Okay, great. Yeah, 'cause I'm probably not available in an hour, but if I am, then I could probably try and chat for maybe a 30-second window or something. I could fire off something exciting for you. I don't know.
Okay. I can't tell if are you annoyed? I'm just...
All right, Joe. I'll talk to you later, okay, man?
Okay. Is that
all right?
It?
Take care.
Shit.
Hey! Nick Thorburn is a guitarist, a singer, a writer, and a graphic novelist. He's also my friend and touring partner in the band Mr. Heavenly. In this episode, Nick tells us how he almost starts an Amber Alert in a Walmart and how he loses his roadie in the middle of winter in Baltimore.
From Ruinous Media, this is Tour Stories.
Early in the days of my touring life, I would say it was 2004, somewhere in the continental United States, and we stopped in early in the tour, I think, at a Walmart, got some maybe supplies. This was the Unicorn, and we went into the Walmart, and my kind of like pal on that tour, he was like the Switzerland of the tour. He got along with everybody. He was also kind of a scapegoat whenever anything went wrong. We would blame him. His name was Max Grody. And he was our roadie, ostensibly, but all he really did was get drunk and occasionally sell merch, but mostly just relieve the pressure valve of our shared animosity. And so Max Grody and I were traipsing around the Walmart. We didn't really have anything to do. But then we were ready to leave, and we couldn't find our tour manager, Dan Seligman. And I remembered as a kid being at a Kmart or something and getting lost from my mom and hearing my name called over the intercom in the department store, come to aisle 5 or whatever. In this gigantic Walmart, it seemed like a great way to get our tour manager so we could get ready and leave. And so I went to the nearest employee, and I realized, it wouldn't be really responsible of me to pay our, 30-year-old tour manager we can't find him to use, put an announcement over the air. So I fudged it a little bit, and I said, hey, my 7-year-old nephew, Dan Seligman, we can't seem to find him in the store. And her face turned kind of gray, and she said, what was he wearing? And I was like, oh, okay, well, he was wearing, a hooded sweatshirt and a T-shirt and jeans. And she's like, okay. She got on the intercom, and she was like, we have a code 11. This is an Amber situation, shutting all doors. And then she instructed all of these people to lock all the doors to the Walmart. I, of course, started panicking. I'm like, okay, I'm going to get in some serious trouble here. And turned to Max Grody, and he and I are trying to figure out really quickly how to solve this. And somehow, I guess, Max disappeared for 30 seconds and then came back and said, we found him. He's out by the parking lot with his mom, a cause for alarm. And all crisis was averted. But for a hot second there, I really thought that I had gotten ourselves in some real hot water. I wasn't really thinking about the consequences of a child going missing in a Walmart. That was when I became a man. It seems like the most effective way to reach someone. And I thought it would be fun and lighthearted, our manager Dan would hear his name
Right.
over the thing, he'd get a kick. Harmless fun. It would also reunite us, and then we'd get on our way and get on to the next city to play our show. So it seems to me like no losers in this one. But
right, I could see you guys maybe being invited. Everyone's laughing, all the employees. You guys maybe having coffee with them. They come to the show.
Right, we get some 8x10s out of the trunk, and now we're forever emblazoned on the walls of that Walmart. But no, it didn't work out. It didn't work out that way. Max Strode, the ultimate roadie. So we played a show in Baltimore, and he decided to hang out at the venue after the show. And we were all going to leave, go back to our hotel, which was, I think, the Holiday Inn on that kind of the outskirts of town or something. It was like the dead of winter. It was February. Also 2004, also the uniforms. So we left him, and our manager, just to make sure he had enough money to get a taxi home, gave him $20 and told him the address, Holiday Inn, edge of town. So he goes on his merry way. He'd met these two ladies, and he went with them to their house, I think. And on the way to their house, they get in this crazy car accident. And they're super rattled, but he still goes back to their house. And they're watching a movie or something, and then he realizes it's really late, and he's got to go. And with his last $20, this is like all the money he had, he calls up a cab, and of course he lost the paper with the address, but he remembered the Holiday Inn. So he takes this cab to the Holiday Inn on the edge of town, and this cab, he's like, okay, I know where that is. Gets into the hotel, and gets to the front desk. He's like, I'm with this party. I'm with the Unicorns, with Dan Seligman, our manager. And the guy at the hotel front desk says, there's no one here by that name, but there is a Holiday Inn on the other side of town. Maybe you're thinking of that one. Meanwhile, it's like 3, 4 in the morning, and this was pre-cell phone days. Our manager had a phone, but he had no real way to contact us. He had no money at this point. He'd spent it all on drinks, and the last little bit he had, he'd spent on this cab to the wrong side of town. So he started walking at 4 in the morning in the dead of winter in Baltimore, all the way back through town to the other side of town to try to find this Holiday Inn. Realized at a certain point he's not going to make it across town. So he goes into a strip mall as daylight is breaking, goes into a janitor's closet, and desperately steals a janitor's jacket and sleeps in this janitor's nice winter coat. So he wakes up, he kind of comes to, and it's the morning. He was sleeping, I think, on a bench in the mall. Then he's got to find us. He doesn't have any way to reach us. And meanwhile, we don't know where he is. We're waiting around by the venue, hoping he'll show up. And then at a certain point, it's like, well, we got to go. So we leave a note at the venue with $150, whatever the bus fare was, in Philadelphia, the next town. And meanwhile, he has resigned himself from ever finding us. He's like, I don't know where I'm going to go. They've left the hotel. I think he called the other hotel, and they were gone from a payphone. And then realizes that there's a check in the pocket. So he didn't know what to do. So he went to a soup kitchen. He applied for a job as a dishwasher in a restaurant, and he got set up with a place to stay, like a men's shelter. Was fully just resigned. It was like, well, I live in Baltimore now. Just had given up completely. And then he had the bright idea to call his sister, Colette, in Canada, and ask her. He knew this was at a time when you knew people's phone numbers, so he knew our tour manager's cell phone number. So he got the wise idea in the nick of time to call his sister, ask her to do a 3-way call, and then shamefully asked her to put the phone down and not listen in, so she didn't have to hear. And then as we were on our way out of town, we were like literally in the van on our way out of town, and Dan's phone rang, and it was Max, and he was like, I'm here, I think I maybe got a job at this restaurant, and I think I got a place to stay, but if you haven't left yet, please let me come with you. So we scooped him up, and then he dropped the check off in the mailbox. He did like a good deed to make up for taking the guy's jacket, but that was that.
One piece of technology, and you can fuck up all you want, but without that cell phone,
I know.
You can't mess up. Or I guess you can, because you can make massive life changes. He could still be there.
Thanks to Nick for the story. Check out our next episode with Buzz Osborne of the Melvins. King Buzzo. Check us out at ruinousmedia.com/tour stories.
I found David Geffens, Jackson, Pollock. It fell out of a truck near the beach. At least that's where I found it. Tried to move it for a record. $200 million. But these jackals, these vampires, they offered me something much smaller. Information leading to the return of this abstract, impressionist work, or whatever you call it. It was David Geffens, Jackson, Pollock. When I showed up, lifted my coat up to reveal the painting, pics suddenly rolled up, afraid that this might happen. Took out my box cutter, their faces slacking as it pushed against the canvas. I knelt down as I climbed right in what might have been the world's slowest getaway. But I still had David Geffens, Jackson, Pollock. I still had David Geffens, Jackson, Pollock. I still had